Hello, Sarah and Mike. Got my feet up drinking an imaginary beer, huh? Oh, no.
It's either lunchtime or beer time.
That's right. Those are the only two times that are present. I just finished a not imaginary kombucha, and it was very delicious. Mm-hmm. Good evening, Katie. Welcome. So tonight we're having one of our chill, fun streams. So since we don't really do the what we're listening to extra episodes anymore, we were like, hey, what if we just done a live stream where everyone can also tell us what they're listening to so that we can just pad out our own playlists? So it's sort of self-serving.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just listen. Sarah, my sister's name is Shanta, and she constantly gets called Santa and Shanta and Chantal. So I'm always very careful about reading people's names.
And your name.
Yeah. Natalia. Yeah. I get Natalie, Natalia, Natasha sometimes.
It's really hard because I know a Natalie, so it's like really hard.
Stuck in your tongue.
Yeah, because you want to just say it because I'm used to saying her name too. Like,
No, when I graduated high school, the person who announced me said every single one of my names incorrectly. Every single one. First, middle, double last name, all wrong. Everyone.
Your
last names are Marshall. One of them is Marshall. Okay. They said Marshall. I was like,
my maiden name was very simple, and if you paid attention to the rules of English, very obvious how it's pronounced, but it looks too much like a different word, so it constantly got called that word. And it was kind of cool to be one of the benefits, I guess, of my aunt dying, going to her funeral back at the old, like, she was buried with my grandparents. Everything in that, like, that's where we come from. That's our family, like, built this town. So it's like on all the billboards, everybody knows how to pronounce it. You're like, oh, cool. These are my people.
Oh my God. Now, you look at the word Katie, how are you saying Kathy from that? Like, y'all, people be tripping. I think that it's just a lack of reading comprehension.
Oh, for sure. I mean, my husband, his name is Daryl. He gets Darley all the time.
In sort of a funnier move, my husband's name is Matthew. This has nothing to do with his name, but he used to work at an office where he was the only white dude at the office, and everyone else were, immigrants or whatever. And so they would just call him whatever white guy name they could think of. So he just answered to anyone, like Frank, Bob, Sam, Mark. He's like, I answered to them all. Like, he's like, I knew they were talking to me. People always call me Jackie instead of Frankie. That's not even close.
Yeah. I get Jessica a lot. I'm legally not a Jessica. This is not a shortened thing.
I used to have a friend in college whose name was Jessie, and he was a guy. And he was named after his grandmother, Jessica. Like, that's where the Jessie came from. And people would try to tease him, like, growing up, oh, Jessica. And he'd be like, yeah. Like, my grandmother was a great woman, and I don't care what you, like, do you think that's an insult to me? Like, he was just like, he was so funny.
Yeah, I got Jessie because of my parents didn't know what I was going to be. So they just picked one name and they could use it for both.
So my dad, my maiden name is Stevens. So, like, for some reason, he gets called Steve, like, as his first name. Of course, that is not his first name. So, but he usually just takes it and goes on. He doesn't really care.
My middle name is Laure, because that was my great grandmother's name, French. And I get called, people just say Laura. And I'm like, no, but sure. I don't care. Like, I know you're talking to me.
That was at this funeral that I was at last week. I had no idea that my aunt went by her middle name her whole life. Went by her middle name. Until we're like there at the funeral, they're like, Elsie, and we're like,
who?
That was Elsie.
Are we in the wrong place?
And it was weird because she had had multiple names because she, like, the name she went by, some people called her full name, and then it could be split into different, it's that kind of a name where it could be lots of different things. So lots of people called her, like, we called her Renz. She was Renz, and then she got remarried and moved out west and decided, now I'm Lori. And we were like,
sure.
Okay.
Listen, we respect everyone's chosen names
there were
here.
so many different stories. It was like Lorenz, Lori, Renz, Elsie. Like, okay. This woman who passed away, whose picture you see here, I'm like, okay, I know her. Like, sure. Everybody in the room knew different,
No, I was very excited to leave for college and go to a new province so that finally I could just introduce myself as my actual name, and then people would call me my actual name. Because everyone called me Natalie growing up, including my family, to the point where my sister-in-law, when I told her, I was like, oh, my name's Natalia, she goes, what? But that's such a nicer name. Like, why are we not? I'm like, man, I know. Yeah. I don't understand it either. Yeah. We're going to talk music today.
Segue from names to music.
What a segue. My father and his brother both go by their middle names. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
people,
I got too. But that was my grandmother's thing. Both her oldest daughter and her son were both named after their parent, right? But she hated Junior. So she was like, fine, we'll name the kids, but we'll call them by the middle name that I picked, right? Like the random middle name. So
I could never imagine naming a kid after myself. I'd just be like, it would feel too like narcissistic for me. Like I just be like,
our oldest son has my husband's first name as his middle name because that's tradition in their family. Like my husband has his dad's name as his middle name, so it's like, but then the rest of them they have like grandparents. Well, like the other two have my parents' names as their middle names. So, but I did not name any of the kids after myself.
It feels weird. Like I knew someone growing up who was named after her mom, and I was always just like, it's fucking weird, man. Weird. And it's the same if they're named after their dad. I'm just like, like a little into yourself, huh? Like you gotta name your kid after yourself. Can't let them have their own identity. So music. What has everyone been into recently?
Oh, I want to bring up something that I just realized today. I guess was released. I think it was released yesterday, maybe. Gaho.
Oh, it's so good.
Beautiful Night, a single. It's so lovely. Good. And it's a fun music video as well. Like I just ran across it and I was like, oh, he's always good. Like, always.
For sure.
But it's a pretty fun music video and stuff.
I got music mail today.
Oh,
no album.
Some DPR Ian.
It's another one.
He did that again.
Did it again.
Oh my gosh. I am so far behind on music. I haven't even listened to that album yet.
Weird.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's cool.
So, and he had a whole interview in a Twitter space last night where he talked about this and about the last one, and apparently this is the middle of a 3 CD set. So it's black, and then there's red.
Guaranteed a new one.
White one. There's
fancy
a white one. So this is and it's like there's a whole story that goes with it, and it was really cool though. In the Twitter space, he was talking about his his mental illness and dealing with manic depressive disorder and what that means for him and how that affected when he was in the Idol, sausage machine, how that was not conducive to his well-being and stuff. And it was a really interesting interview.
Cool.
I would imagine.
But it's a good album. I'm enjoying it.
I bet. I loved his last one, so I no doubt.
More songs, like it's a lot.
I recently, i.e. last month, because it's been a while since we did this, also got some, music mail. I have more music mail that arrives on Monday, so it's like just missing. I got Astros.
Ooh, I haven't even gotten that yet. I will. I haven't.
Look at you.
I haven't gotten any. Yeah.
I'm not used to this camera yet. Ooh. Actually, I already traded one of the PCs with Katie. As a matter of fact. Yeah, there was a bit of a trade that happened. I wanted.
That's the best way to do it. Have a friend who has a different.
And then I also got Mion's first solo album.
Oh, cool.
So it's like really pretty, and it has like this little envelope where all of the photo cards and everything were.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so it's very girly. It's very cute. It also has stickers, which, listen, you know me, but they're like cute little
Do you actually use album stickers?
Hell, I don't use the album stickers. Are you crazy?
I do with my day 6, but because I bought a lot of them to get.
You had a lot of extra,
so I have all this extra, and I'm like,
that's valid. That's valid.
And then it also has, of course, a beautiful little poster, just a little square one, which I thought.
Oh, that's cute.
Nice.
Yeah, that is
cute. It's like looks like it's the size of like an album
box.
Yeah, like a
vinyl. Yeah.
That would be a neat thing to do. Put the poster in the back of the little shadow box with some of the stickers and the photo cards, and have your whole thing.
There's all sorts of stuff in it. Anyway, I thought it was like really nice, and it has like all like the album credits, but it's like in this little tiny like booklet that like I don't even know what these little hinges are. Anyway, it's a really cute little album. I was pleasantly surprised by it. So that was my recent music mail. And I don't know. The thing is, okay, I don't know what I'm getting on Monday because it's my Korea box that comes in, like I never know. But I was actually discussing, because I just got the notice that it'll be here on Monday. So I was going to the grocery store with my husband, and I was like, I wonder, like, what is it going to be? Like, so much is in the last couple of months has like come out. Like, what am I going to get?
Much.
Like, so I was like, maybe it'll be like one of the new 17 albums. Maybe it's too late for it to be like the 80s album because like usually like because it got sent on the 22nd of July. So I'm like, okay.
And they came out like on the 28th.
Yeah, it was like towards the end. Yeah.
I'm like, it could be like maybe one like a Stray Kids album. Maybe it could be the new Winner album or like the Icon thing. Anyway, I don't know.
If you're a Katie, you would be guaranteed a Monsta X album in your Korea.
Well, listen, no.
A Monsta X.
Let me tell you, I have almost Monsta X's entire discography because of Korea Box. Like, if someone at Korea Box working in the distribution is a huge mom baby, and just is like,
they're like, oh, you like them?
Yeah, as soon as they see anyone put like Monsta X as one of their groups, they're like. But they also sent me the greatest thing I own at one time. It's literally the greatest thing I own. It's my Jackson pillow.
Oh my god,
that is the greatest thing.
Yeah, it
Oh man, like, maybe I'm gonna have to sign up for Korea Box.
Not just
like, like I feel like we could reverse engineer any of these things.
Like I could make that in
absolutely.
like 2 seconds.
Yes,
I could the thrill of not knowing what
life
it is.
Size. Yeah. What are those boyfriend pillows? With him on?
I mean, like.
How depraved are we getting? But like this thing, I've had it for like
he would approve
for like a year. He would totally approve, and it used to be on my bed, and like literally it was like right in the middle of like between all the pillows. And every night my husband would move and be like, "Good night, honey, good night, Jackson." Like,
Jackson would think that's awesome.
Yeah, Jackson would be into it. And also, okay, the TMI, but I feel like this is something that Jackson would also approve of. I have E-cup boobs, and occasionally you just don't want them to be smushed together, and it's shaped in such the perfect way. You can stick it between your boobs when you're lying on your side, and it'll like hold them in the right position.
Yeah, he would think that was great.
Yeah, I have a queendom umbrella. And then the other thing that I have that I use literally every day, that my husband is like, "Ooh, I hope they send you another one." Is I have an electric red velvet rechargeable fan.
Nice.
It's literally the greatest thing.
I wanted to say about Jackson though, if people haven't gone to see his most recent Reading Thirst tweets, it's very funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'd approve of my use of his pillow.
Yeah,
no.
He would approve of the use of his pillow.
Yeah, he has been on all types of stuff. He's been on like Good Mythical Morning, if that's something that anybody's into. Like,
it's a good one too. I used to watch a lot of like Good Mythical Morning, so it was like very like. I was like, oh, this is kind of weird.
This mashup, I wouldn't have thought of
what I expected.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
I did,
but that assistant chick, she was having the moment of her life.
It was so cute.
Awesome.
I also watched BI's thirst tweets, and he was
whose thirst tweets?
BI.
Oh,
confused.
Oh.
I didn't say the word.
That's the problem with some of them. Like you get like Eric Nom's ones where like you can tell like Eric Nom has been a little bit sheltered a little bit too much sometimes because he like gets some of it, but then some of it he's not actually getting what they mean. He just kind of thinks what it is, and you're like,
you're not because he's not embarrassed enough at what it was.
You're like, you're not actually.
I don't think that like anything will ever sort of defeat the perfection that was the Wonho one though, where he like took each one of them seriously, and he's like, well, I've never considered this, but if this is what you as my fan would enjoy, like maybe we could work something out. Like I don't want to hurt any of you, but if you want me to step on you, like.
And Jackson was just like, I want to see these people face to face, and I want them to read this to me so we can have a moment. Like, I want to meet these people.
I just the meme, the moment of Jackson going, "What's a vulva?"
Got it.
Yeah.
No, just, man, the things that some people tweet, my God, y'all. I'm an atheist, but I'm like, y'all need Jesus. You know, like,
don't think they're not gonna see it because they can see it.
They can see it. Even if you don't tag it, they can see it.
Or someone will show it to them.
It'll appear somewhere. Your name won't be on it because none of us are that cruel. No one's going to expose you, but they'll see it.
So I was about to just say, speaking of Jackson, you just said the word cruel. So his cruel music video.
Oh, hey, Andrew.
So wild. I like it.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool music video. I have to say, don't cancel me for this because I thought the song was good. I didn't like it as much as his other stuff, but I thought the music video was so cool.
His music videos are always like
insane.
Great. Yeah. They're a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed when he performed, like he had performed that song at Coachella, whatever.
Lollapalooza?
Well, no, I think
Coachella.
it was
Coachella.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Coachella?
Oh yeah. With
I don't know what's.
I like the reason I remembered it was the choreography of like playing one of the girls
playing
like,
the women like they were instruments and stuff. It was kind of funky. I know. I was like, wait a minute, I've seen him do that. Oh, I saw this song. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I remember from Coachella are my Sweet Girls.
Yeah.
And the Queens were back. That's the only thing that I remember from any of that. And I like been watching Coachella, and all of a sudden I just get like a bunch of frantic like DMs like, "Do anyone's on Coachella?"
And then I saw my timeline. I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't even like. I knew that CL was going to be there, but like I had assumed it was like the week next or something, and then all of a sudden it was like people freaking out, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, it was literally like everyone just suddenly descended upon YouTube to be like I've never cared about Coachella in my life, but and it's like this crowd does not know.
This is one of my favorite times on Twitter because
this crowd is not freaking out.
You know, you have like all like I love the new people and I love the new fans and stuff, and like. Loving the new stuff is like perfectly acceptable, but it's so funny watching when like a second gen or a first gen like someone does stuff because the timeline goes mad in ways that you never ever would have guessed. It's like all of the people who never say a single thing are like, I am here. Let's go. And you're getting that now with Girls' Generation too, which is exciting.
Feral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
so
but like,
as soon
as 21, I was just like, I still like tearing up.
I was like literally like I was panicking. I was like, I gotta get over there before it's over. I gotta get over there.
I was watching it and I was like,
Coachella.
Why is this is really weird that CL's ending her stage, not on the stage. That's a really strange, it's ending on the backup dancers. That's so, and then suddenly like 4 bodies like rise up
and we're just like yeah, no. Oh.
My husband was at work, but like I think he was sitting a patient, so he wasn't as busy as typically. So I was already having him like watch Jackson and all these things. I kind of told him when people he'd be interested were on. And it was like, 21's on. You don't know how big of a deal that is. Blah, blah, blah.
Like, listen, I know you're not aware. No, like I was like, honey, 21's playing Coachella. And he's like, that's nice. I'm like, you don't understand.
It's not just nice. It's more than nice.
Incredible. They've all made it out of the dungeon.
This is a moment.
This is a liberation.
And we pretty much didn't talk about anything else for like a few days.
No, like that was all we talked about.
Yeah.
Speaking of all we've talked about, damn, ATEEZ's new album is sick.
I haven't listened to the full album, but I did watch the music video.
It's sick.
Yes. I like the direction it went in, but also like kind of combining a lot of their other stuff.
I will say, if someone has watched the music video and they haven't watched the teasers,
a little more confusing
because it
connects at the end. Like as far as the kid at the very end has to do with one of the teasers, or there's a teaser and then it's not even just teasers. There's even like a concept film. Like there's all this stuff. It might have been the concept film that it shows like a school room full of kids that are kind of like brainwashed type that are being talked to by like an AI,
sort of
saying emotions are bad.
Apple.
Yeah, that commercial.
And so you see that crest on that kid's little shirt, and so essentially ATEEZ is trying to break all that stuff for those kids, and so then you see one of the kids at the end. So if you haven't seen all that stuff, that's why it's a little bit more confusing about the random child coming through the fence and why that's a big deal.
Well, it officially feeds into it because it's Hongjoong taking off the mask. That's the very start of the music video, and you see that
end of the teaser,
the end of the last teaser.
So they don't always necessarily do that, but this time it was very like as far as if you're into the story.
It also connects back to their they show the transition between their old world to the new world back in Kingdom Legendary War. It was a whole fucking stage show.
Yeah, their rhythm top stage.
They've been long gaming this. I love a good concept.
That's impressive.
I always just want to see, whatever concept team is coming up. I just would like be a fly on the wall sometimes. Like, how are you guys coming up with the long game? And I know a lot of K-pop groups do this. It's not like it's unique to ATEEZ, but it's just fascinating how far they plan all the story.
Oh, I mean, like some of them are like for so long too. Like even people like Day 6, like you would have never expected Day 6 to like plan as much as they did, but they planned like in terms of like having the little demon character they had. They had that in the trailer, but they had that in the printing of the previous album. Like, which was long before they had ever even like finalized songs and stuff. So it was like, you're just the band group and you like have that connection and like you can find little demons in the like previous album. And it's just even that like little details. I'm like, oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, I think Cyberpunk's my favorite one off of the album. It's my vibe. It's also, speaking of escaping dungeons, Extraordinary Heroes had an album.
Oh yeah.
I
liked that album, but I think I told Natalia this. What is it? I can't remember any of the songs off the thing. I kind of don't think that the title song should have been the title song.
No, I don't either.
There's another song on the
better.
Yeah. That
Sucker
should have been
the title.
The title.
Yeah.
And then I really liked Strawberry Cake a lot.
Yeah.
I will admit this because I was such a Strawberry Cake, like I played it on repeat a lot. Then I was so excited when I saw a live clip of them performing it.
Yeah.
It's definitely an example of like remastering and all those things really assisted the vocals on that song like a lot. Just
Now,
saying. Maybe it was
Mike-
the mixing or who knows what. but-
Mike here says that he likes the comeback better than their debut. I don't.
No, I
But-
don't.
I
Thought it was good.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, their debut was like a lot. I liked it a lot better.
I liked it a lot better.
And then if it had been the Sucker Punch or whatever, like I think that would have been.
It would have tied into
But,
like
yeah.
their vibe that they most of
There
the
was more
album
of like
has.
an emo vibe to it.
Mhm.
Right.
Mm.
I will say
feel like-
the albums, like the physical, they have two versions of the physical album, and they're pretty cute. One of them looks like a school notebook, the one that has like kind of the not leopard print, but kind of that composition notebook look. And I don't remember what the other one was, but they're pretty cute looking.
Cool.
Also, just speaking of like bands that go hard, band that just put out their first album. It's got like 2 songs on it. It's just a cute little single. Their name is C.Litz, and it is pronounced as you would thought. I think.
Love it. I love the energy.
And they
I
are
love
amazing. Like they're
energy.
so
And it's a
good.
female band, right?
It is a female band, 2 girls, and they're adorable. Like they're very like kawaii, but like go hard. So like it's very fun. I was watching one of their videos, and it's like it's a cover video of something else. So like I don't think they even have videos for these songs, but they're great songs. Like and yeah, I really sorry, just hit play on my phone. That's not but yeah, like really, really good. I can't remember, where are they? They're on my list here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Knight Rider and Quasar. I like Quasar better than Knight Rider personally, but Knight Rider's like a little harder and Quasar's a little poppier. Not real poppy, but like a little bit more. But I hope they do more stuff, and I appreciate the name. Is amusing to me. So
I really am into Hyuna's new release, Naviera. The first time I listened to it, I wasn't, but then the longer I listened to it, the more I was like, yes. But listen, I'm just a Hyuna simp, so like,
you're gonna like it no matter.
It's okay.
What.
It's not my favorite of hers. I kind of like. I like her stuff, but I kind of don't like her stuff comparatively. Like the P Nation stuff is
not your
less,
vibe.
than her other solo stuff.
Yeah, I can
she was
see
still
that.
at Cube and 4 Minute and stuff. But yeah, I mean, she's good too. She's a good performer, and that's kind of 90% of her appeal is watching her on stage, because that's where a lot of it comes in.
Yeah, she's just she eats that stage up like.
And Dawn had a comeback too.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much, I think the song was pretty much dedicated to her, right? Like that was.
Yeah, well, wasn't it like a...
They're dumb in love. It's fine.
I don't follow him a lot, but I think it was like a song that he may have already had kind of out. Like it was like had already performed it stuff. So like it was good for the fans because it's finally like a official release of it or something. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. I personally, my like new favorite group, who have officially made a favorite group to the point when I start actually getting a paycheck, which will be
soon.
Relatively soon.
I know who.
I think I know.
Purple Kiss. I love them so much. Love them so much. I talked about them like last year. I remember they were like my favorite new group when we did our like music wrap up, but like solidified. I love them so much. They're so good. They do they're like a title intro songs are like little like minute and a half songs on all of their albums, and they're so good. They're like good songs too, and they just have like good concepts, and like especially this time it was just like a lot of fun because they've got like this witchy vibe to them, but like also like fun too. And a lot of the girls do a lot of the producing of the songs as well. So
awesome.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, their vocals, even like
so good.
The like members that are like would be sub vocals, they're still like really good singers. Yeah. So I just loved it all. I love the whole entire mini album, and Nerdy's a lot of fun, especially the stages and the choreography on it. It's really cute too. I know they just released the little rehearsal of it, so you can see the full thing. But yeah,
Nice.
I love them so much.
So I have like a little story, and I swear that this leads somewhere. but I swear it leads somewhere music related to a recent release, okay? And as soon as I start telling this, Katie will know exactly where this story is going. So earlier this month, I was staying at my mom's house. And for people who don't know, I'm vegan and I have celiac and I'm allergic to tons of stuff. And so my mom, like, for some reason, just can't figure out what I like to eat.
Her mom was trying to kill her.
No, like at one point. But like, so she'll buy just random ingredients that like, and then like she'll hear me mention that like I like something, and then she'll buy too much of it. So they'll be like, it's too much for me to consume, but she won't eat any of it. So I don't have any help like getting through this. So she was like, oh, like what kind of fruit do you like? Because she had a bunch of strawberries and I can't eat strawberries. And I just said, oh, you know, I like tropical fruits. Like I like, you know, like bananas and kiwis and mangoes. So she goes out. By the way, this is in the last 3 days. Yeah, Katie knows where she's going. The last 3 days of my visit. And she brings home 4 of the biggest mangoes you've ever seen. And I'm like, what the fuck am I like? 1 mango, Mom. 1 mango. And they're all different types of mangoes. Like she was like, they had all these different types of mangoes. So I thought maybe you could like eat them and tell me like which one's the best. My mom's allergic to mangoes, by the way. But, like, and my mom bought like a kiwi and a banana. I'm only here for 2 days. So anyway, so these mangoes, and every time she would pass the kitchen, she'd be like, are you gonna eat this mango? Are you gonna eat this mango? And I'm just like, Mom, like
stop putting this pressure on me.
So these mangoes are just tormenting me to the point where she like packs them in my suitcase and sends them home with me. But the day before I leave, I'm still like, God damn, these fucking mangoes are still here. Super Junior puts out a song called Mango. And the entire chat that I had been just like regaling with my saga of these mangoes was like, hey, see. Anyway, it's kind of a fucking bop. It's very much funny. A Super Junior song. Like if you know what Super Junior usually sounds like,
yeah,
it's exactly that. So if you like their older stuff and their medium or old stuff and their newer, you'll like it. It's
If you like Super Junior,
if you like Super Junior's vibes, you're gonna like Mango. It's exactly, and I do like Super Junior's music. So
yeah.
You know, if some of their members, we won't get into that. It's like I'm sure another day, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
I liked P1 Harmony's title, so that was back like in the middle of July, but it was called
you mean
Doom Doo Doom. Feels like forever ago, whatever. We're in August now.
We're in August. Yeah. That's true.
But like it's a kind of crazy music video, but it was a very, very catchy song. I'm going back through my Twitter to make sure I'm not missing something. I mean, I liked the Astro Universe release. So when I say universe, the name of the song is like You and I Verse, but it was also released from that app called Universe. Like it's this whole
there's a whole yeah.
But hey, at least they released a full music video straight up, so that was nice. It's a nice little ballad type song.
Cool.
I really liked Stacy's newest comeback with Beautiful Monster. I really like it. I like they're cute, but they're not normally the vibe I like in music. But like Beautiful Monster is just so good.
I recently, though I don't think it's not like super new, as it were, I've become obsessed with the song Phase Me by Woo-sung.
Yeah, it's been out quite a bit.
I know it's been out for quite a bit, but I just started listening to it because I'm behind all the time, okay? I'm always behind with musical releases, so every time we do this thing every week on our Twitter, which you should definitely follow if you don't already, where every week we put out like, what's a new song that you're listening to this week? And I'm just like, right, time to find a new song to listen to. And every week I forget to do it, and every week Sky's like, Natalia.
I know you get the little.
Where
would you like?
What song are you listening to? So anyway, one of the new songs that I encountered, new songs for Natalia, was "Phase Me" by Wusong, which is this week's choice of my song. I'm fucking obsessed with it. I think I've listened to it like probably like 50 times in the last week.
Some
Like, I'm
just good
obsessed with it.
stuff.
I went to put it into our playlist, which Sarah, like, excellent, start your own playlist, but also we do have playlists.
Yes, we
on
also do
Spotify,
have
so you can find it easy if you like. But yeah, I went to put it in the playlist, and it was like, this is already in your playlist. Do you want to add it again? And it was like, no, we're fine.
It's new to me, everyone. It's new to me. I'm behind.
I wish to mention that on Twitter, the Rose, they released a group photo, like an official group photo today.
Well, they're supposed to be doing a concert. They had announced that for like some time, like
And
maybe
they
October.
had something in their Discord. There was like everybody got like a special role for their anniversary.
Yeah.
But like when I went to click on it, it was like, no, we have had too much today. There's too much activity. It won't let us add anymore. I was like, okay.
They've also been super active on TikTok, like multiple videos a day. So they're planning something.
I miss TikTok. My phone broke, so I haven't been on TikTok in like a month, and I'm just like,
I apologize in advance about
for when I get my new phone. I know
You'll have like a bunch of
100 TikToks.
Because I'm like, ooh, that's Natalia. Boop.
Yeah, we're very active TikTok senders.
Yeah, we're active in like sending stuff. We're not active in
I'm a consumer. I'm a consumer of TikTok. I am not a creator.
Yes, exactly. 17 did a bunch of stuff.
I couldn't even keep up. But even the one that was just like the leaders, like that was a cool song.
That was good.
Yeah, and did
really neat
like
outfits.
release a Japanese single as well? Like fairly recently? Like
I believe so.
In July. I think it just like popped up and I was like, wait, what?
Oh, welcome. Thank you. Yes, that's right. Come and join the Discord if you haven't already. It's super fun over on the Noonas Discord. They had like an album that they followed up very quickly with a repackage album that had a few extra songs and all the songs.
And then I think it was like the Japanese
album.
single just like showed up or like the music video for it, and I was like, what? What's happening?
I must say, the song hot though. In all ways, yes. Juicy. Yeah, it's a good one.
Itzy had a new album come out.
That's right. Sneakers.
Like it. I really like the one song that makes me laugh though every time is What I Want, because it's like, I know what I want, what I really want, and they all go wish, and I can't. I think it's a Wish commercial. Like it feels like it's there's that wish. It feels like somebody wrote a jingle for that, because it's like, I get what I want. I get wish, and I'm like, okay.
Look at the questionable off-brand from China. Got it.
Okay, lady. Somebody wrote it as a jingle and then was like, it didn't sell. Okay, Itzy here. And I was like, oh.
Chung-ha had to come back.
She did. I haven't listened to the full album yet, but I have listened to the main title, the Sparkle or whatever.
It's very, very poppy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very
I mean, she's gorgeous in the music video,
she's
of course.
Yeah.
Very pink. It's a very pink.
Stunning.
Also, if you're into TikTok, she's done that with like everyone. That's like the big thing now on TikTok.
There's gonna be so many K-pop TikToks for me to return to once I get a new phone. Like
I don't even remember what I've sent you.
It's hard.
Probably hundreds at this point. I'm gonna have like 5 hours of me just looking at all the TikToks that I've been sent.
What was I gonna say? Oh, ATs. So the gorilla choreography is so difficult. So they have a dance challenge. But Son recently said he's like, they feel bad going up to any other K-pop idol and trying to get them to do it with them. So they're like, if they want to do it, they can come find us in the waiting room. They're not going to get because it's so hard, like physically. they're like, we're not going to make people do that. But I thought that was pretty funny.
Sunmi had to come back.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
It's very chill, and I like it.
Mhm.
And she
The
looks
music
so
video is
gorgeous.
so much fun. It's just like her going through men.
Yeah,
Like just killing them, offing them.
You love to see it. And I love the orange hair on her.
Oh,
I love it.
Like mermaidy.
so fun.
Yes, it's very.
And all the different like
pretty.
eras that she's in the video,
Always.
and the like,
No,
she just lives forever
says,
murdering men.
Fuck those dudes. Like, like Red Velvet before her. Fuck those dudes.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Just. Yeah.
I do want to mention, because I'm not sure that I've mentioned enough, and it hasn't been super recent, so it's been a couple months ago. But Alexa, if you haven't paid attention to Alexa,
you should
give her some
You really
attention.
should.
And if you're
She's my best friend.
she's going to be doing her first US tour as well. So like if you're in, I thought what was really cool, she's going to be going to Oklahoma City, and she's from that area. So like I hope that she has like
That's
a blast
cool.
going back to like her home.
Yeah, and doing a concert. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if you haven't paid attention to her, go check out Wonderland. She has it. I think she has Korean now and English. So
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stages because she won the American National Song Contest, or whatever that thing was called.
Yeah.
So it's really, really amazing that she was able to do all that. And so I always want to push for her, because I'm sure she'll have a comeback in the next couple months. Like,
oh yeah, no, she's been doing because she's been doing those like little, they're not little festivals, but like the festival that like I think Chen was there, and a couple of other people,
Hallyu
Red
Pop
Velvet
Fest or whatever.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
at the con.
Yeah, and I saw TikTok, obviously. But like I guess some fans were by the fence, and she was passing by maybe to go up to the stage or something, and they asked her, and she said full album like soonish.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
which she hasn't had a full album, but Alexa's great. Like she's so just like all around like a really cool person, and she's a lot of fun. She's also a K-pop fan, so like she
was doing some sort of like pop-ups or something in New York, and one of the hags from Road to Hagdom met her, and she has pictures of them.
That's so
like,
cool.
I bet she was tiny. She's like,
very.
I like always forget how tiny she is, because like since she's the soloist, you don't like get a lot of like her with other members,
and I feel like
TikTok things, and you're like, oh, you're tiny.
Yeah, I feel like her backup dancers usually aren't like super tall either. Like I think they're taller than her quite often, but like as far as if they're female backup dancers, I mean they're usually just a little taller than her. But man, if you see her just around like, especially the tall boy groups or something, like, oh,
Chungha is the same way. I did not know she was so tiny until she was like near, I don't even remember which group it was, and I was like, oh, you're like shorter than every one of the girls there too. Okay. Like you're just a tiny
little,
because her stage, both of their stage presence, so Chungha and Alexa, their stage presence is so big,
and they're such good dancers.
And even their dancing is like so intense quite often that you kind of forget, oh, you're like, your body is so tiny. Alexa, go check her out.
She's great. She's great.
Because I pretty much, whenever I talk about ATs, I always want to be like, so if you haven't checked out Dreamcatcher, you have to, because they share producers. Like that's the way that works. And then Alexa, you just kind of throw in there. They don't share producers, but it's just kind of
she's just great.
Alexa loves ATs, so like she's 18-y.
So,
like
there you
go. So I don't know if a lot of people know of the group. They're an American group called Japanese Breakfast. Really great.
Yep.
They've been around for a really long time. They're kind of like a indie emo kind of like soft rock EDM, like kind of like how they've kind of changed from like their beginning and stuff. They don't do like hard rock or anything. But they just did a collab with Soyoon, who is the lead singer of Seiso Neon, the Korean indie group. They did a Korean version of their song Be Sweet, which is a song that I think came out at like a year or so ago. So their English version. And so they did this collab with Soyoon, which Soyoon's like voice is incredible and it works really well with the lead singer of Japanese Breakfast. And the lead singer of Japanese Breakfast is Korean American. So that was like a really cool thing for her to be able to do and like meet up with stuff. But it's really good. The music video is like an animated music video too. But
neat.
It's definitely a good song. And if you like, I really like Japanese Breakfast. I've liked them for a while. So they're very, if you're looking for another group that like, they're not like Korean, but like but like they sing in English, you know?
Yeah.
They're a good group to check out.
I'm going to tag onto that. So not associated with Korean or Asian stuff whatsoever, but emo, and I found them through TikTok. And I want to mention them because at least their lead singer, I feel like another member as well. People of color, Magnolia Park. They have a song called "Don't Be Racist." It's really fun. I've been feeling my emo feels lately, and it's really cool.
On like TikTok, I'll like follow some people, and then you get like the bands being like, "Hey, we're a group," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Right. And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, I can't juggle all this music. What am I doing?"
Yeah, I know it's overwhelming sometimes. Like, but also another American group that sometimes we've talked about in the past, the Linda Lindas. They have another song come out tonight. It sounds like the Linda Lindas, like you know. That's what they sound like, and it's fun, and I enjoy them. So,
and I might as well add on to this. The group The Attire did a feature with Woosung called Sriracha, and it's really good. If you've never listened to it, it's good. So,
I mean, if you also want my favorite group of all time, Hailstorm, they came out with an album like last month. It's always going to be good. They're great. So if you're into like classic rock, like harder rock and stuff, Hailstorm by far. Ugh.
And like, if just to keep this going, like if you're into female singers, one of my favorite female singers, Tove Lo, just had one come out called Two, as in all the numbers I'm saying are the numbers, not letters. To Die For. I just love Tove Lo. Then when I say I love her music. I know nothing about her as a person. Like I don't look that deeply into this, but everything that I've listened to her that she's done, or they, I don't want to misgender. I've just loved absolutely every single bit of it. So every time that they got something coming, I'm like, woo.
There was also just a little known indie release over the last week. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think it's Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I think
I may have the name sounds vaguely familiar.
Pleasantly surprised. No, of course, it was exactly as expected.
Yeah, like it's Beyonce. Of course, it's gonna be good.
Also, Aviva had a song come out called "Dead to Me" that I really like. Sorry.
No. I was gonna throw a K-pop one in there because I saw it. Huta.
Boom.
If you have to be prepared, like maybe don't watch the video like mixed
don't watch it around. Listen, don't watch it around your grandma with a heart condition. That's all I have to say. Oh my. He knows his audience. Okay.
Yep.
There's like certain, like just like Monsta X knows their audience, and like I always love, youth discord about Monsta X where they get really upset, where they're like, "Oh, Monsta X fans are just horny old ladies," and I'm like, "Yeah, what of it?" Okay, they know that we're their audience.
Ask Shonu if he minds.
Yeah, they don't mind. Like, listen, our money spent just the same, baby.
And they are grown men,
grown ass men. So like B2B is the same. Like, who knows? Okay.
Yeah,
he knows
who he's
advertising to.
Yeah,
okay, like Wonho knows who his audience is. Jackson knows who their audience. Like, they know, and it's smart of them to be like, we gonna sing songs about fucking because our audience is old enough to do that legally.
I just, you know,
And they have money to spend.
Yeah.
a lot of the
everything.
songs are like that too.
I know.
You just
I
don't pick it up.
Yeah, except that you're too young to understand what double entendres are. You'll learn one day. You'll also learn that once you hit 25, you don't become a decrepit crone where your bones just shrivel and break. And
You don't
head
like
towards the grave
Not
crawling.
like things.
Yeah, like you still enjoy the things that you liked when you were 24.
Wow.
Like,
It's not like you shed all of your hobbies on.
Yeah, here like all of a sudden it's just like poofs
I'm
out of your
25.
brain.
Now the only thing in my brain is marriage, children, and
work.
chores. Da-da-da-da. I must only take up knitting, though I do love knitting. Don't get me
Yeah, I
wrong,
mean-
knitting's the tit. But like, there's more to life than just knitting, you know?
True.
You can do something and knit.
Yeah, it always makes me so sad when I see people who just decide like, I'm too old for hobbies and interests.
Like that
And,
that dude on Twitter this week who was like, by the time you're 30, you shouldn't talk about good things with your friends. You should only talk about like
the gym.
I don't have
finances in the
friends.
gym,
I
and
hate
you're like,
to break this
I'm like,
to you,
so-
but those aren't actually like friends. And they
They're-
don't consider you friend
Yeah,
either.
they're
You're the
just-
only one who thinks they're friends
That's
in this.
just small talk that they don't really
That's
like
just
you,
like,
my guy.
Connecting and getting like
that's
just
work.
job security
all
because
work.
you
Not the
can
water
like
cooler, my guy. Like, you
Yeah.
ain't
Yeah,
talking about
sounds
fucking
like you're
Inuyasha at the
networking.
water cooler.
like sorry.
Yeah. Also, Katie, if they could remind my joints of that, but then again, I've had arthritis since I was like 12 years old, so like my joints, they gave up
Yeah.
long ago. I was old
I've
in
been at this
body,
level for
old in
a
body,
very
young
long
in
time. So
you know.
did we talk about Hyolyn? She came out with
Oh,
Yeah,
she did.
her
yeah.
new
That's
stuff.
great.
So good.
It's nice.
I love Hyolyn so much.
Mm-hmm.
We did talk on the podcast that I still haven't finished editing. I'll finish editing it.
It's okay. It's okay. Your life is in flux. By the
man.
way, I'm just gonna throw this in. Jesse got a new job, so yay.
I
Yay!
finally
So-
have a job.
So like, if things are kind of in flux with us, that is fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
exactly.
be doing your stuff.
I'm like,
it's totally
oh, it's
fine.
almost ready. They filmed.
We did a Noonas. We're
Recorded
gonna-
a Noonas.
it'll-
I wasn't there for the recording, but
Yeah.
like I added some stuff into it.
We had little interspersed parts where like, I'm now to Jesse.
But yay
That's
for
all
Jesse.
Yeah.
Our
Jesse
puppy
will
had-
she'll someday be able to buy K-pop albums and stuff
Yes.
again.
Yes.
We also
That'd be
have
so exciting.
we also recorded a video the other day that
Mm.
about something exciting. No, don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Nothing. I can't even show. This,
Okay, yeah,
this
okay,
far
fine. You
away.
can show
This
just
is the
from that for a
teaser.
minute.
This
A little
is
teaser of
A
the
little
video.
teaser. A little.
We had
Yeah.
something very exciting happen to us, and
Yeah.
we made a little video about it. So that'll be coming out probably early next week. I just gotta finish exporting it. You know how it be.
Mhm.
So stuff has been going on. We got some stuff in the pipeline. We keep it fun. Next week, the return, the triumphant return.
Triumphant. Can you say you're triumphant after?
After
Crashing and burning, really
listen,
bad.
it's a triumph. We're
Listen.
like the
Rising from the
rising
ashes.
from the ashes.
Maybe
Idol
that's what the new
managers
name should be.
coming
It's
back.
such a
How do you
concept that they're all like dead.
Listen, this time,
The Phoenix
old-
Llamas.
my only goal is to not have to do what we had to do at the end of the last time we played Idol
No,
Manager.
There's
Yeah.
that,
was-
and we're not going to do nepotism.
no nepotism.
So if you don't know, because there could be someone watching and be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Natalia and Sky have been playing this game called Idol Manager, which is essentially like a
A
simulation game.
Yeah.
Where you run an idol group. It's a Japanese
Japanese
game,
idol
so it's like
group, yeah.
based on Japanese models, but there's a lot of stuff that went involved into it, and we have a
It's-
bunch of episodes on it. But
Yeah, it's the most complicated game you've ever seen in your life. But the last episode that we did, it went very wrong for us.
it went like wrong really fast, really
Really
quickly.
fast.
Like, it started
Yeah.
out so
We
well.
started
and then
out
it-
like, oh yeah, we're doing all right, and then we
And
were
then-
dead. And
then all of a sudden we realized how many things we'd fucked up in the early game that we now couldn't,
Oh my gosh.
that were now coming to bite us in the ass because we had no idea what we were doing. Anyway, that's returning.
I
So-
think it'd be fun to watch those in like order because especially when like you get to like the like last episode when Natalia's just learning how to do like one thing,
Point.
I could like change things. And she's like,
No,
I was supposed to be doing that. Oh,
No,
The
it is
entire
like,
time.
this game is the most like okay. I play this other game called Oxygen Not Included, where you have to literally like engineer fucking game like machines to keep a bunch of people alive in a space station. It is less complicated than Idle Manager.
Oh
There
my
are
gosh,
less
Idle Manager
moving
like
parts.
Well,
really
the
There
thing
was
with
so
Idle
much.
Manager is it looks like you could have like you could be managing multiple groups at the same time. But there's
Never.
literally no way that we can.
No way. Like, listen, maybe in like 10 years when we've become masters of Idle Manager, we'll be able to have a second group. But good God. We like made it to like top
Literally,
like number
it's
7 on the
just
chart.
Natalia playing, but like Sky needs to be there to be like, oh, this over there, go check that.
The mental health
no,
is
no,
bad.
this
No,
down
it,
here.
it takes
If
like
you-
listen, our
You
2
need
brain
multiple
cells are like
eyes.
bouncing together as we attempt to play.
But
a
also,
game
if you compare, if you did watch all of our, if you go back and you watch our gameplay, I'm sure the first episode I was panicking the entire time about the fact that we did not have money.
yeah,
And I would keep
every time
forgetting
you're
that
like,
it was
bankrupt.
yen. It's in yen. That's another thing.
yeah, no, I sweat
But
so much while playing that.
I
game.
eventually just gave up and just let
We
us
both
be as
gave
in that
up.
as humanly
Just-
possible. And
We just took as many loans as possible. You know,
it's fine.
it's fine. Don't
But
worry
also,
about it.
it's a game that could be really sketch, and we do not play like that.
No.
Just for the record,
We're
we
on the
don't.
up and up on
Yeah.
this game.
It's kind of leading towards what really happens in the music industry.
Yeah, unfortunately.
that's awful.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Because if you don't know what we're talking about, like they try to get us to hire 13-year-old idols, and then they also leave in, oh yeah, do a lewd music video. Oh yeah, do flirting with this kid. No,
Yeah.
No, like they'll
Like-
like give you options, and like anybody who's older doesn't have like the same skills and like points as like a younger person. And you're like, I don't.
And then you, as like the manager, get to chat with them, and your options are like flirt with your like, ew, no, ew. Do not flirt with 12-year-olds, please. Gross. Stop it. But we don't play like that. So
No.
We're on the up and up.
We're
Hey,
trying to change the idol
Well,
world.
so-
best place to work, what, like 3 years in a row?
yes, that is all we figured out how
Because
to
all the
do.
and we had a girl win best rookie, and then we had to fire her like literally the next day. But like she could get a job somewhere else. She, you know.
Oh my gosh.
So, in the chat, do you have anything that we haven't mentioned, like music that we haven't
Yeah.
talked about, or anything that you'd like?
We
to
might have
talk
forgot about it.
Oh, there was
Yeah.
Kang Daniel, too. Kang
Oh, that's
Daniel had
right.
an album.
Oh yeah.
He had the song with Jessie and
Who else?
the other Jessie, not this Jessie.
And,
That would be incredible.
not me, Jessie.
That would be amazing.
That's what Jesse's new job is. No, I'm kidding.
I'm in the entertainment system, but not that way.
Not that side.
Ooh, we got a lot of recommendations.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
neat.
TXT, hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
right. The only one of. I've been loving the only one of stuff that's been coming out. the
Yes.
solos.
Mm.
Okay. A Moon River
Oh,
cover.
Young K's Moon River cover.
Ugh. I mean, it's Young K. He's like
Yeah.
a little too good at like the you just swoon over him. Like, you're like,
The
Mm.
Alchemy of
One
Souls
OK
always
Rock
sounds
is good. I like One OK Rock. They're gonna be on a tour soon.
Yeah,
Really
and at least in one of their stops, maybe it's Atlanta. I don't remember. One of their stops, the Loveless, they're going to be opening. So that's another person on TikTok, another little band that I like, emo band.
One OK Rock is really good. I really like them. I like some of their older stuff, but yeah. They've got like 8 million albums, so you can sit with them for a while.
Nell is going to be coming back soon.
I didn't see
I saw
that.
Just a day or
Ooh,
two
my
ago, they're going to be coming
gosh.
back soon.
That's exciting.
Mm.
I was going to make sure that I was going to put that on my radar,
Fine.
but wasn't there yet.
Man, I love Nell.
In taking it to another Asian country, recently, Bilkin, PP Crit, and For Eve had a song come out called "Who We Who" that was really cute.
Mhm.
I I like them. They're just sweet and fun. I can hear Diablo being so mad in the background.
I heard a little yip.
1 second. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna give a little side note about Diablo. Today I ran across a dog on TikTok, and then I went down this rabbit hole of looking at a Chihuahua rescue situation. And I'm not adopting any more Chihuahuas right now, for the record. But
I mean,
the reason I bring it up is there was a clone of Diablo.
Wow.
In Austin, Texas. Like,
Aww.
it's exactly Diablo. Named Igor, because he has a little, like, his back is a little crooked or something.
I really want to see it. I liked some of the clips that I saw, but they were like, TikTok clips. But yeah.
Yeah.
The mascot has arrived.
I was just talking about Igor, the clone of
Diablo.
Yes.
Look at the camera. Come on.
Yeah, you wanted to be on. Let's go.
You were screaming. You're screaming in the background.
Yeah, my chihuahuas don't let me get any more chihuahuas. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, Card came out with stuff.
Oh, that's true. They did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Their comeback. And then I just saw that. I mean, we'll probably talk about this, on our other thing, but like BM has a single coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
I think, is there anything that came out like that we won't talk about for our September thing?
I just got turned on to by a Korean indie yesterday, this group called Woo the Spicy. And their album is really good. The style is really, I don't even know how to describe it, but like it feels kind of like something sort of psychedelic, rocky, kind of 70s funky thing going on. It's good stuff. I really, so it's like WHOO, the Spicy, and it's good stuff.
I hope that TXT stays in that at least family of rock stuff.
Yeah,
like
they really excel at it.
They've been doing a lot of like collaborations with English artists lately too, which I really like. There's one song called who's it with? I can't remember. It's called PS5, and it's with this girl Salem Eilis, and it just makes me laugh. It's a good song. It's fun, but like the whole premise is that she's like mad because her boyfriend is on the PS5 all the time, and she's like, "It's me or the PS5," and he's like, "It's me and the PS5. Like, I'm not cheating on you. I'm playing games of the right kind. Like, just relax and like let's be in love." And it's cute. But she's like horny and she wants to put down the remote control, and it makes me laugh.
So Vincent, which is one of my favorite Korean bands, had a teaser for their song. There's no date associated with it yet, but soon. If you're into rock, they're a good group. Oh, I love them.
Yeah. They need to put out like a whole album or something.
I know. The good, like, sort of good thing about them is that, before they got their label, they were doing stuff for a pretty long time. And it was pre-COVID, and a lot of the places, they had a pretty dedicated fan group, and then a lot of the places they were going to perform recorded a lot. So you can find a lot of their stuff online, like go onto YouTube and watch a lot of their live sets, which is nice because you don't get that a lot with a lot of those Korean indie, especially the rock groups. I'm trying to think. Anybody else?
I'm sure there's more. It's just my brain.
The moment we'll turn it off, we'll be like, "Oh my goodness!"
Them. Yeah. It's also been so long since we've done.
Yeah.
Music roundup.
Yeah.
Thing.
We should do this more often so that we don't
Yeah.
Yeah, you wonder how far back to talk about.
Yeah. But, yeah.
I wonder if October will be, because I remember pre-pandemic that year, October was such a heavy
That
comeback
October
month.
yeah.
slam that we had, yeah.
That was like our last big thing before.
Mhm.
And it would just everybody had
Yeah.
Every single.
Yeah.
And it was like every day there was a new announcement, and we were
Yeah, you were like,
just,
oh, this person too?
what? Okay.
Goodbye.
Thanks for
Bye,
coming.
thank you for coming. We'll see you
Have
on the
a good
Discord.
rest of your day. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Oh, Cozy Pop had a new album come out. It's very summery. The songs are things like Hawaiian and Summer Kitsch. And
Nice.
yeah, I'm enjoying them, throwing them in my little summer playlist. So
I am so behind on putting things. I was good once upon a time.
yeah. Me too.
I make fun of Katie all the time. She'll be like,
Oh, how the turntables.
the amount of albums that she purchases, I'm like, that is awesome. I'm still even behind on getting my 2 main ones.
Oh man.
Don't look at Mike's spending list then, because
don't like start to get albums. That's like the real. If we can like teach you anything through our things, don't even start.
Yeah.
And what Jessie teaches us, don't play the photo card game. Like, it's
No,
fine if you want to.
Please don't do it. Let
no photo cards.
Be the like person to like bear the like responsibility of that, because oh my gosh,
it's one thing to like occasionally trade with a friend. That's fine. But don't do the completionist photo cards.
Don't do it.
No.
don't do it. Especially don't do it for JYP like groups, and then do it for 2 of them.
And just remember, the more members your group has, I say this as a diehard 17 fan,
Yeah.
the more members your group has.
And they all like do
the
stuff like,
more
I know
you
JYP does it a
suffer.
lot, but they all do it where they'll have like products that come with like special photo cards that like are super hard to find. Like sometimes it's like, you know, like a bar of soap. And you're like, I have to buy this bar of soap,
Or
get
like-
someone in Korea to get
Or
it
like
for
the
me.
Astro tampons or whatever. Like
The Astro tampon. I still think that was the greatest idea. They're like, yeah, because Astro like exudes softness and like, you know, gentleness, and it's like,
And
you know
also
what's
for
gentle
fans
and
or
soft?
women.
What's gentle and soft
Mhm.
are
Yeah.
pads. Yeah, I have these little things for my photo cards. I'm kind of obsessed with them.
I'm like,
I know,
I've got
I know.
like 10 binders full.
I know. Listen, but see, I don't actually collect photo cards. My photo cards are all
they're
just
the ones that you pull.
incidental.
Yeah.
My incidental photo cards. But these have been working out very nicely for me.
oh,
But for some
the
reason, I have a
record-
lot of Super Junior ones though, and I don't even like actively.
I think they give them a lot
yeah.
in theirs.
if anyone is confused about ATEEZ's most recent album, I'm going to talk about that for a second.
Mhm.
So if you go to certain stores online, and it'll be like, you know, the album name, and then it'll be like US version, Korean version. And then you're going to sit there and think, what is the difference? Well, I tried to go figure that out for you, actually for myself, but I'm sharing this information. It's just photo cards. There's literally no other difference. It's just the type of photo cards that you're going to get.
Okay.
So, unless you're really worried about that, don't worry about that. Honestly, just don't worry about it. Because there's even a price point difference. Like, if you buy the Korean version in most of the stores, most of the USA online stores, it's a few dollars cheaper than getting the USA version.
Yeah, I think Etsy does that with hers. There might be like different posters or a different photo card if you buy it from Target or not.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, those exclusive ones. Yeah.
Which, if you're a collector, again, they're a JYP group. Why are you doing that to yourself? Trust me, do not. It doesn't even matter that Etsy doesn't have like it's not at 17 levels of members.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, because they're a JYP group, they have that like 17 amount of photo cards, and just theirs alone. JYP likes to do that. That's like the one thing they carry throughout all their different, studios is like the photo card game.
And back pre-pandemic, I know like Astro they would have very special exclusive photo cards for if someone could go to like one of the music show recordings or something.
Concerts.
Yeah. So like stuff that you're not going to be able to go to anyway.
I still always laugh there was at one point, it was right when the last member was getting out of the military for Super Junior. They were doing a like variety show about them, like sort of a reality show about them making their new album, and they had them like sitting around thinking of like marketing ideas for their new album. And Hicho was like, I've got a great idea. What if we say that every member has a photo card, but we just don't put one in? So they just keep buying more albums, trying to get this last member's photo card, but it's never there. And they're like, you'll go to jail. He's like, I'll just apologize. He's like,
it might be just for like a little bit, so I'll just do it. Like, I'll be the one to sacrifice, and I go there for a little. I don't have like dancing. I can't really dance live.
I'm so sorry about this. I regret my actions.
Oh my gosh, that was like good, like Super Junior time. Like that was a lot of fun.
Or watching the last one come back to the military, and then how they surprised him, and it was good times. So Katie says that she's convinced her two friends that they're just going to buy digital albums.
Yeah.
Listen, I love having things.
Mostly.
Okay, so I was never going to buy CDs because, like, I don't own a CD player. And if they were like CDs, like American artist CDs, I would never buy a single K-pop album. But I love portrait photography. So I'm not buying CDs. I'm buying beautiful art books that happen to have a musical CD attached to them. It's like, no, that sounded like people are like, why do you buy so many CDs? I'm like, I'm not buying CDs. These aren't like American CDs. You don't understand. This is a whole different thing, my guy. Like, my sibling in Christ, you do not know. These are better. That's right.
Well, and that's kind of why. So, like, if you're ever tempted to buy a Japanese album,
don't do it
from these K-pop groups. Typically, I mean, there are exceptions. So, hear me out on that. Sometimes they are like the Korean side albums. But typically, it is a jewel case CD situation.
Yeah.
And you're usually going to be paying an arm and a leg for shipping and all types of stuff.
JYP, they still put photo cards in it.
Oh,
I got hit one set of like.
Did JYP start it? Were they the ones that started it?
No. Wasn't it Girls' Generation?
I think it was.
Oh, maybe.
I feel like it was.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Like, listen,
the CD is a free gift.
I'm not buying a CD. I'm buying this beautiful piece of art. Okay, look at the lighting on this. Look at the color.
I will see. The CDs are nice if you like have a commute and you don't want to like always have like be dependent on like a charger for your phone. So like
That's
Bluetooth or whatever. It's nice to like throw in the CDs and let them
Or
go.
remember that moment in time? When was this? That moment in time when Spotify's licensing.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Stuff.
And it's probably gonna happen again.
Yeah. Once in a while, you might have to crack up.
Or if you're like me and like 2 p.m. like they do this with everybody, but like 2 p.m. Really likes to do face plates on their CDs, so you have to buy like multiple because they're all the different members. Yeah.
I mean,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Marketing shenanigans.
Saying that the CDs are like a gift with purchase, like Jackson Wang's like pre-orders, his pre-orders are ridiculously reasonably priced. Like, I was like, what are you kidding me? Like, you get like a sweatshirt and the CD in a nice box set for like $65. I'm like, that's basically you're getting the CD for free because
if only they
usually
made
a sweatshirt
my size.
Okay, right.
Those sweatshirts, they don't fit over
they
the
had
titties.
ball caps. I was like, that will fit. So
Katie, you'll correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not going to get the number right. But is it Hello 82 or 84, whatever the name of that one is? Katie, she got a signed 80s album. Like, so they were doing signed albums.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you have to go through Mnet to get that stuff.
Yeah.
So over in Korea, so then now the shipping is like prohibitive. You're starting to pay more shipping than is even worth like at that point. So a lot of us have stopped getting from over there. So Hello 82, I think. Like super normal pricing. It was like $20 whatever disc, and then like
it's crazy. Like
the shipping was lower than the typical USA stores.
We are when something is a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Right. And you're like, wow, thank you.
Oh, it was one person's. Okay. Awesome.
So
that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, they got snagged, they got nabbed up really fast. And I'm saying this out loud. If someone is interested in signed CDs, start paying attention to Hello 82 a little bit more if that's something, because you're not going to have to be paying an arm and a leg if you're okay with one member signature and stuff.
That is the one thing I don't have any of. I do have a little postcard that Day 6 signed. Because they did a collab with, I can't remember that magazine. It's like a music magazine here. They did a full collab.
Paste? No.
I don't remember. I don't think it's Paste, but they did a whole thing, and then like you could buy different like things, and one of the like sets was like photo cards or like postcards because they're like huge, and then there was like a signed one. So I have all of their signed, but that's it. No CDs for anybody.
Yeah, it'd be what it'd be.
Maybe.
Listen, I'm just in it for the photo books, man. I just love beautiful photography.
Yeah. No, they are really nice.
Well, and that's why whenever it is time to get like whenever a comeback happens, I'm always the one that I'll wait so I can watch the unboxing videos. I'm like, I want that one because
that is a good deal.
58 because I try to not do. Yeah, that is really.
Like 58 for both of them combined, or like each?
Yeah, she showed me that's how it was combined.
That's amazing.
And her shipping for like 2 albums, it was like $8 or something ridiculous.
Now, I imagine shipping to Canada would be
so wild when people are not trying to gouge you.
Yeah,
like
it always feels like you're getting away with something when you're not being gouged. You're like, are you sure? Are you sure?
And what's wild is then you spend more money.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you budgeted $200. And that's only going to buy you 2 albums plus the shipping. And now you can buy 5 albums or 6 albums or 3 albums and a sweatshirt or whatever, right? Like you buy more things.
Oh man, I just remembered when Super M came out and certain fans were very upset about certain opposing fans were very upset about like the bundles.
Oh my god, like they've never done it. Bitch, please get off.
I the way you skirted around.
Listen, I remember that, and I was just like, obviously you don't know how fucking marketing works.
As opposed to all of the repackaged albums that have existed.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's different.
It's so different.
It's always cute when one of the group's fans, like any of them, and they'll be like, "Not my group. My group doesn't do a repackage. Theirs is a re-release with 2 new songs." You're like, "That's a repackage."
That's what a repackage is. My
new songs on the repackage too. Like the music video comes out for it.
With a new song on the repackage. Come on.
That's literally what it's literally just. That's pick up a thesaurus, my guy. Like. Same shit, different day. Right. I don't know what you're talking about.
At the end of the day, they just want to make money.
I try to just stay out of this nonsense because I'm just like, listen, I don't really care what someone who hates the groups I like thinks about the groups I like.
Something also went down this. I'm not going to be able to get the details right because Katie's the only one that told me about this. One of the USA online K-pop stores that we actually use because they do have the lowest shipping often, even though they're kind of slow, K-pop USA. They're typically fine, kind of slow, but that's legit, whatever. Word had it that like they sold in person ATEEZ's albums a few days before it was released or something.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure the reason this happened is they're usually so slow with getting the albums from Korea. Like, it probably was just a fluke that they happened to have the albums early.
Yeah, they would have them already. Like,
and so they
all
probably
the places will.
They probably assumed like, oh, we have it, therefore we can give it out, because that's what I'm sure they always do, because usually they're like a week or two behind. So anyway, all of the crazy fans were like, you know, saying that they were trying to sabotage ATEEZ's numbers or whatever the heck. And it's like, I don't even know how it would affect anything. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Like, or if it does, it's going to be like
minimal.
It doesn't do anything to the matter. Like, because, like, they already do the codes. Like, when you buy from one of the US stores, they already do the codes that actually could, like, put your album purchase in, because in Korea you get the code and you have to physically do it yourself. Like, so they would have already done that and it wouldn't have mattered. I will say that I got K-Pop USA, so for the last 2 p.m. one, they did this like set with like the covers were different members, and I stupidly bought all those, because what else am I gonna do? But like,
you wouldn't be.
But the thing was, they also had this like extra photo book that was like a limited edition like thing. It was only in like, I think it was only like 50 of them or something, and like all the ones that they did. K-Pop USA did not like, I don't know if they didn't know about it or what, or like whoever gave, like they got the supply from did. I ended up getting 2 of these like extremely limited edition photo books, and like, because I bought a set that had all the members and 2 of them, and I was like, huh, that shouldn't have happened at all. Like, I like there should have been a real like, I shouldn't have even like gotten one type thing. And I got 2 of them, and I was like,
so are you just gonna sit on it and let the value increase?
Oh well, I did like give one. Like
that's very nice of you.
Yeah,
I'm like, I am kind of letting the value kind of increase.
I was
potentially. It's not that
I was so
big,
surprised.
But like
I saw somebody trying to sell their Mito album, the first Mito album, and I was like, $200? Are you crazy? Like, this thing was like $35. What are you talking about? And then I went to look them up. Yeah, they're $200. That's what.
Yeah, if they're limited, Dreamcatcher stuff.
And I was like,
I'll never get those first albums.
Oh yeah, there's no way. Unless sometimes you might stumble upon a fluke. You know,
or
and that's why you kind of keep an eye out just in case.
Generously trying to just get rid of stuff to other fans or whatever, right? And they're like not trying to make money off of it. They're just
and that's why you keep your. But really, even if you usually still want to make a little bit more money, like even if you're not going to price gouge, you know if it's rare.
For it, yeah.
Yeah, well, Ace's like, Cactus being 500. Yeah,
even when you have like a thing that like you're guaranteed to always get it. Like, so say like Day 6 albums. The money comes from you selling the content. So I never got like why people were like, if they did like fan calls and then they had all these like photo cards left and stuff, they would start to give away stuff. Photo cards like are at least $10 a buck or a pop. So on a Day 6 album, I can easily sell at least $30 worth of stuff, which would been, it's over what I did, and it's all photo cards. I'm not even shipping the CD and album. Yeah. And if like someone had they bought all this stuff from Fansign and had a full collection of that one like release, oh my gosh, I'd sell it like as a full.
I've seen people buying like single photo cards for like $200.
Yeah, like Dreamcatcher's like earlier stuff is like $200, and like there's like, especially now with Junho being like super popular again, like Junho stuff is like incredibly expensive, and like but before like 2 p.m. was fairly easy because you could get a lot of stuff in Japan because they're so big there, but. Yeah, some of them are huge. And then you got like other groups like I think BTS's photo cards aren't that like crazy because there's so many out in the world. And then Blackpink, their releases are too far in between that nobody cares. Yeah. Like But then you get like other like things like Monster X ones that are huge and popular, and yeah, it's nuts. Girl groups.
I also remember when I was very new to buying any of the stuff, and I went onto eBay, and I was thinking signed photo cards for like $20 or whatever. They weren't real. They're not real. Like if you're
That's
if you
also,
think
yeah,
you're
big
getting
thing.
a signed thing for that cheap, it's not. Just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I do
like
trades and stuff, or like if I buy stuff, it's like usually because I bought from someone who is selling or that sort of thing.
Mhm.
But like now, like I try to like do group orders where the person does photo card sorting, which is nice.
Yeah,
because then
if you really need certain photo cards and stuff,
because
that's the
they
way to
just
go.
open it up, they sort all this stuff, and then like depending upon like who's first come first serve on like your members or whatever, but like then you're guaranteed if you've bought like several albums that
you'll
you're not
get
going to have
cards.
duplicates, because you'll always get duplicates with a couple. I definitely heard that thunder from
yeah,
Miranda.
It's getting loud, and I don't know if you guys have had it. Like, there's been a couple of times where all of my videos have been black with little circles, and
no,
I'm like,
that hasn't.
Oh no, I might disappear soon. So
well, on that note, then we should
Probably.
probably.
Yeah, it's been about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half. So it was fun. Thank you for joining us for this, live stream. Don't forget, like and subscribe, even though I'm sure you all have, but maybe someone wandering into this on the VOD hasn't. So we'll be back next week. Idol Manager, you know how it be. So anyway, we hope you have a great night, and hit up some music. You know how it is. All right, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.